Hi guys, I would like to show you a small tip or a tutorial on how to retarget animations, human animations, but actually any animations in Blender. I use that method to retarget motion capture animations mainly. So here's a quick look on the retargeted final animation. So it's a really simple animation recorded with perception neuron mockup. It's a bit slow in here because I like to make slower animations with more keyframes. It simply allows for more options when cleaning up those animations. So here's how I approach the retarget process. In that first layer, I will share this file with you. You will find a link to that file in the video description. So you have some layers here. In the first layer, you have the original animation. So this is a BVH rig that comes from perception neuron mockup. You can simply import it into Blender as a BVH file. I've just turned its action to an NLA track for easier manipulation, because now I can cut it, I can make it play faster or slower. As you can see, I've adjusted the scale of the clip so it plays significantly faster than the original animation. And this is the original recorded animation. It has some errors, like for instance, this foot here is rotated slightly. So that's the original recorded animation, like that. The trick for retargeting that I use is on the second layer. This is something I call meta rig. It's basically a set of empties. So for instance, I will show you the head empty here. So this that box, that cube empty, has a constraint here to copy the transforms from the head bone of the original rig. So from that bone here. So it basically follows the original rig, as you can see. Right, so it follows the original rig, and I have all those empties for every bone that I want to copy to transfer the motion from. So as you can see, you have all those empties, but the trick here is that inside that empty I have parented another empty. You can see here, for instance. I'll just maybe show it better here. So you have the head empty, and when I unfold it in the outliner, you have a head target empty, which is another simple empty that's parented to this one. So the head empty copies the transforms from the original rig, and then I have my target rig, that's the one, with another set of constraints for every bone, and we can observe that this head bone copies the rotation of the head T empty, of the head target empty. So the trick here is that this empty copies the rotation or the transforms of the original rig, and that and my final rig copies the rotation of this empty, and that allows me to manipulate the rotation of this object. So I can rotate it, and I can change the outcome of my animation. So I can, for instance, if I turn on the mesh, I can, by manipulating this sphere empty, I can manipulate the head of this guy like that, and it will still animate. right? So I can manipulate it as I go. I could also obviously add keyframes to this to further manipulate the animation in time. So that's the trick. It's like a meta rig that I create from those simple empties parented to one another, and then I transfer that motion to my final rig by using bone constraints. So those bone constraints copy the rotation and location in some cases, the location of the hip bones, for instance. So they copy the rotations and locations from those empties that are inside the cube empties, right? So that's the trick. On top of that, I have some key chains here, just in that case, because I want to this guy has some in his animation. He grabs his hips here, and to make it exact, I've prepared hip targets. So these are, as you can see, I can move them. So these are the IK targets for my hands here, and I additionally animate the influence of the IK chain in here. So I have those two keyframes that control the IK influence of that bones. So I can additionally manipulate my animation and make it more precise. So that is the simple trick that I use. So basically it contains of 3 elements. That's my target rig with all the bone constraints that copy rotations and or translations from that meta rig that I've created, from the target empties that are parented to the outer empties, let's call them like that, and in turn those outer empties copy rotations or transforms from the original rig that comes with from the motion capture software. And by using that method, you can actually copy any animation from any rig to any other rig with ease. I hope you like that trick. If you have any questions regarding the file, or if you would like me to record a step-by-step tutorial, just let me know in the comments. Thanks, cheers, and happy blending.